back with another Fair Shake review. And this time we doing another K-pop record. Oh my gosh,
It's happening. I'm starting to do more.
This time we talking about Chung. Now, I'm still getting my feet wet, man, in this K-pop world. So I may be completely clueless, but you know, as a newbie, maybe if you're a newbie, you can understand my perspective and do the traveling with me. Now, obviously, I've been listening to a lot more female artists and groups, because I have been checking out like Twice and sheesh, what was the other one? And then also Katie, even though her last project was in English, but and then plus I've also checked out J Park, but I'm gonna do a review on that later. Because I want to go through that latest project over again. I want to like try and listen to the whole thing again and get all my thoughts together for that. But for this little EP here, we got "Flourishing" by Chung. And yo, I was like, you know what? It's a short project, and I'll check it out. Let's see how it is. And it was a pretty fun project. We get Chica, which has kind of like a light reggaeton kind of feel to it, a little Latin pop feel to it. That's kind of fun, but not one of my favorites on here. Then we get Young in Love, which is a little bit more R&B, and I digs that one. Then we get Call It Love. Call It Love. Hold on, I remember liking this one, but I need to remind myself how this mug sounds like. Hold on. Yeah. That's what I thought. This one's the ballad. The ballad, man, really showed off her voice. I really dig that, and there's also some very interesting melody. Like the melody line for this was really interesting as well. Then we get "Flourishing," which kind of goes more contemporary R&B, like kind of like that mix of trap R&B kind of sound, and with "Flourishing," and I'm like on the fence about it. Like there's some moments in it where I'm just like, yo, this sounds good, and then there's other ones where I'm like, it doesn't seem to quite fit. And I think a good, like, for some reason I think it might be her voice, but then I feel like that's a bad cop out, because I feel like I've heard other people with voices similar to hers that do work on this kind of thing. But maybe it's just the performance to me doesn't sound as comfortable in certain sections, but I'm not sure. But "Flourishing," the title track, is not bad, but it's not my favorite either. Then we end off with "Snapping," which was also an interesting kind of almost hip-hop-ish R&B song that is kind of cool. It's got a nice bounce to it. Like, I can get lost in the beat on that one, though the vocal performance isn't necessarily stand out to me. So with this project here, I definitely gotta say that it wasn't a bad listen, because it was nice and quick, 5 songs in and out, and there's a couple in here that I'm like, alright, I'm gonna rock with that, but she's still an artist that I think I would try and listen to more of, to see what else she has to offer, because since there is so little on here, I hear potential, and I know that in my quick research that she's been part of a K-pop group. I haven't got to listen to any of it yet, but it's interesting to hear that she has one solo or whatever, and it has this little project, and it's not too bad. So definitely, excuse me, gonna see how the past work was compared to now, and see also where she goes from here. But yeah, so that's my thoughts. I'm not going to be able to really give any recommendations or anything since I'm still new to all this. But if I were to give an English equivalent, maybe I'd say check out Flourishing, because I feel like that's kind of like the closest I can think that encompasses some of the different sounds she was going for, and also the vocal tone. But yeah, that's it for me. Much love, peace. I guess this isn't really that much of a fair shake since I didn't do my research. Breeze.